China's capital has changed location frequently throughout history. The former Han Dynasty had its capital at Chang'an and the Eastern Han Dynasty at Luoyang. For most subsequent dynasties, Chang'an was the heart of Chinese civilization, with the eastern capital of Luoyang to the east as a second center. Jiangkang, modern Nanjing, later became the new capital in the south in 316 under the Eastern Jin Dynasty, 316 to 420 CE. By 1050 CE, under the Song Dynasty, Kaifeng had become the imperial capital. Beijing was only first considered a capital under the Great Jin Dynasty, 1115 to 1234 CE. In 1151, under the instruction of Emperor Xuantong, the imperial capital was moved from Huning in the Shangjing region of Manchuria to Yangjin, modern Beijing. Under Zhenwan, the next emperor, many developments were made in the city, the name of which was changed to Zhongdu, central capital. Significant developments took place under the Yuan dynasty, 1271 to 1368 CE, founded by the invading Mongols, led by Kublai Khan. In 1265 CE, the Khan commissioned Muslim architects to design and construct a carefully planned imperial palace city in Tatu, north of present-day Beijing. Their palace incorporated a fusion of Chinese and Mongol styles, and a symmetrical ground plan which followed a cardinal axis. It was destroyed when the Mongols were expelled from China in 1368, but memories of the classically planned administrative city with its regular streets and great enclosing walls lingered. The Ming, 1368 to 1644 CE, replaced the Yuan dynasty. Their focus was to restore ethnic Chinese rule and culture over the country following the Mongol hegemony of the Yuan. They were patrons to a large number of architects, engineers, and artisans, and renewed agricultural and commercial growth with policies controlled by an efficient, centralized bureaucracy. Under the Ming, the country's population boomed to the highest of any country in the world at that time. However, this was also the beginning of China's isolation. During this time, foreign merchants were closely supervised by the imperial armies and restricted to a limited number of ports. Chinese traders were not allowed to trade overseas, and during this time, the large shipyards of the Yuan were closed. The Ming continued to be assaulted by Mongol armies from the north and the west, and during this time, the Great Wall of China was further fortified. Although they initially located their capital at Nanjing in 1406, Emperor Yongli, who reigned from 1403 to 1424, announced it would be moved north to Yangjiang. Construction of the new imperial complex began the following year, close to the location of the Yuan Palace, and in a similar style. The name of the city was changed to Beijing, northern capital, after the Forbidden City was completed in 1420, and from that point onwards, the ceremonial and administrative governance of the country was focused on Beijing. Emperors of the Ming dynasty came from the House of Zhou, 14 of which occupied the Forbidden City between 1420 and 1644. Heirs to the throne were often chosen at a young age, whilst his brothers were sent away from the palace to homes outside of Beijing.